Hello everybody, welcome back to Bushes on the Trail. I'm Al, and this time Christy and I are in Northeast Kentucky for another winter hike. We're taking on Grayson Lake State Park and the Lick Falls and Beech Hemlock Loop. Now this is a 4+ mile hike. Again, it's winter, it's going to be cold, but since we had some snow melt and a little bit of rain in the area, it turned into a fantastic hike. There were multiple waterfalls flowing, and we ran into some wildlife along the way, plus some stunning lake views. This is a pretty good hike if you're in the Northeast Kentucky area, so I hope you stick around. All right, here we are. It is about 30 degrees. Another cold winter hike in January. This time we're at Grayson Lake State Park, and we are taking on the Hemlock and Lick Falls Loop. I think it's Hemlock Beach and Lick Falls Loop Trail. About 4 to 4.5 miles. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Some steep uphill early, then we go along Grayson Lake for a while. So we'll show you how to get there. Finding the trailhead is a little tricky. It's not really well marked, at least on all trails. So we'll show you how to get there in just a moment. Okay, as you drive in, you'll drive past the actual golf course. Then there will be, you will see some picnic areas and the play area. As you go towards the campground, there will be this little campground registration station. And you see the basketball courts over on the right over here. Well, there's a little time once you go through the registration station in the summertime, there's a little road that goes by the basketball courts, and we have parked on the other side of these picnic tables before. But today we're parked along the road, and we're going to head that way because that is where the trailhead is, basically on the other side of those picnic tables along the tree line. Okay, there's our car and the picnic tables. And here we are, coming to the start of the trailhead. Kentucky State Park trail regulations. And no swimming. I don't think that'll be a problem today. We're doing the entire loop, so we're going to hit the Falls Loop Trail first. Here we go. All of the orange blaze, and there seems to be quite a few of them, so that's a good sign. I have some water flowing here. Maybe we'll see one of the waterfalls today with water going over it. So there's supposed to be a few waterfalls through here. But I know the first section does have an uphill hike, or a portion of the hike, and here we go. We're starting to start that little climb. Well, about 4/10 of a mile in, we come to one of the golf cart paths. And that was a little uphill jaunt. So we warmed up pretty quick. There's one of the greens or tee boxes. And we continue on. A little on the muddy side. Can't really see, but it is a bit muddy. And some snow starting to stick to some of the colder surfaces. It is spitting snow out here. And now we're on an old, it looks like old fire road or service road. And following the orange blazes. This is about a half a mile into the hike, to give you a little perspective where we're at. Early on, we were almost a mile in. And the path is starting to narrow a little bit. It's downhill, but there are a lot of blowdowns. You can see several across the actual trail from some storms. Now we had snow, heavy snow here about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Had some rain. So the ground's pretty soft.
I was just hoping it didn't rip my jacket.
Yeah. Some thorns over on the side. We had to step to the side because it's really muddy through there, and getting caught in some of the briars and thorns. And there's our first waterfall. Christy found it, pointed it out. Brilliant. And we're heading uphill about 1.25 miles in. See some more of these blowdowns. Been here for a little while, but nice little heart pumping uphill, steady uphill. Nothing too horrible, but we still have a ways to go. Okay. At about 1.3 miles, you get to the top of the main hill and it starts to level off a little bit. So maybe 0.3 of a mile, 1/4 mile of uphill. And then start to have the random up and downs on this trail. Okay, about 1.5 miles in, just a little less. See this, you go straight, there's another trail, looks like a ATV trail or something, goes to the right, but you continue going straight. See, the trail's a little rocky in this portion and a little wet. It's like an old creek bed portion. Oh, I just about bit it again. A little slick. Better be careful. Careful, it's slick. And following this area about 1 and almost 3/4 of a mile in, or we traverse down this rocky, slick, moss-covered, muddy path. It's real close to a creek. Okay, as you come up onto this portion of the trail, that continues on, but that's not the path. Here is the hiking, and you don't miss it. It's easy to miss. And you follow the orange blazes up the side. So here we go. Okay, about 1.75 miles in or so, 1.7, and there's a little waterfall. Yeah, the last time we were here, water wasn't flowing, so sort of a trickle. This time it's an actual waterfall. Cool. And right there's the end of that little cascading waterfall, and it goes right out into the lake. And right over the ledge. Probably 50 feet down or so. Beautiful rock formations right along the lake. Okay, a little over 1 3/4 mile in. Very nice day. A lot of blowdowns along the path, especially along the service road area. Nice view of the waterfall, especially since we've had some rain in this area. So it's a great time to come out. You have to deal with a little bit of mud along the way, but for the waterfall payoff, it's pretty good. Last time we were here, nothing on the waterfall. This time, nice view. So glad we decided to come out, even though it is a little on the cold side. And here we come around the corner, and a nice view of the lake coming up right there. Some holly leaves and bushes in full bloom. Man, this is very pretty. Beautiful views. Look at that. Yeah, this would be nice. Rhododendrons start blooming in the spring.
Okay.
Absolutely gorgeous views of the lake through here. And then into some hemlocks here by the trail. Well, we've gone off trail just a little bit, and we've been looking for a little place to sit and maybe have a mid-morning snack, and we thought, okay, this is good enough as any. And another little waterfall off in the distance. Coming down. Get a video over here. Can't really see it. A little bit. And we decided to climb down and get a little closer look at that waterfall. And there's that waterfall we were looking at from up there. And that's the way out to the lake. All the lengths we go for content. But actually it's pretty cool. That climb up was a little sketchy. I guess because I was off trail. And a tiny little rock hop here, nothing major. There we go. Let's see if she falls in the drink. Look at that, like a pro. Still following along the yellowish, orangish blaze. Pulling away from the lake a little bit now. But I think this actually goes back around that cove towards the lake. So we might see the lake again here shortly. Here we are, roughly 3 miles in and heading back down towards the lake. See, it's pretty wide open now with no leaves on trees. This is a little steep. Okay, here about 3.15 miles in, come back close to the golf course along this little footbridge, and it continues on. See the yellowish orange blaze, and we're still close to the lake. There's something off in the distance. Anyway, here's a blowdown. It'll be easy to get around this one though. I think this blowdown was here last spring. Now including our little side trail jaunts, just under 3.5 miles in. Going counterclockwise on this loop, here's another waterfall. Try to go down to get a better look at it. Crosses over a bridge and continues on the trail, but let's see what this waterfall has to offer. And here we are. Yeah, last time we were here, nothing. This time, not bad. We're here near the edge of the waterfall, and we got out the lake. Oh. Either somebody's down jacket exploded or there's a naked duck somewhere. Actually, that's pretty coarse. Interesting. Don't know what it is.
Skunk?
It's skunk?
Deer?
Bigfoot. Dun dun dun.
He's my friend.
Okay. Now a little uphill jaunt, and we're getting close to the hemlock, birch hemlock loop portion of the trail. So we're about ready to finish the Lick Falls section and connect to the birch hemlock here shortly. Okay, after we come up the hill, you'll see the golf course. To the left is the orange and yellowish orange and blue blazes. We will follow the blue blazes to the right to continue the loop. And this will take us back down towards the lake, past the golf course. Here we are, a nice view of the lake. The trail goes up there, but we can go down here and show you the lake. Now this would be a nice little spot to stop for a possible snack or something along the way. Yeah, trail's up there.
Yeah, this is a place I remember from the time.
Right.
I thought it was on the other portion of the trail.
No. And there's Oops behind us. And I'm trying to zoom in. I don't know if you'll see it. Off in the distance is a small waterfall across the lake. And here we go, back up to hit the trail. And it goes this way. We were just down there and walk along this little ledge. Back on the trail. And we're in the Beech Hemlock portion. And you see the pretty hemlocks. There's a nest up there for something in the tree. And as luck would have it, as soon as I put the video camera off, or turned it off, a large gray squirrel pretty much jumps right next to my shoulder, about 1.5 feet away, right up the side of the trail. Okay, we are about 4 miles in, and you know, this isn't true to the trail length. We've taken a few off-trail excursions to see a few waterfalls, which is added to the length of the hike. I had to go down to the lake 2 or 3 times to get some video. So the trail will our hike will be longer than what the trail actually is. But that's part of the whole experience. I mean, if you're coming out here, might as well take those little side routes and check out the views along the way. And up there are a lot of deer. There's a whole family of them. Okay, here we come up on a bridge. Just past the deer sighting. And I think we're about to leave the lake and head back towards the campground portion of the Beech Hemlock side of the loop. And come on, man. I said people suck earlier, but jeez. Come on, leave no trace. A lot of this is probably washed up from the lake and boaters who just toss stuff over into the lake. Such a shame. And here we come. We're getting closer to the campground, but last time we were out, we saw some people sitting up on top of this rock. Okay, one of the last stretches of that uphill. A little steep, breathing heavy, but I mean, it's not horrible. And we're almost done with the actual trail portion. We're almost to the campground. Then you have to continue the walk along the campground back to the car. And there's the trail we just came up, the Beech Hemlock Trail. We're going to swing around and head down to the left, back towards the car. See the camping spots with electricity hookups, water, and fire pits. Okay, a little over 4.5 miles, almost 4.6 right now, and we are heading back to the actual car, and we still have a little ways to go. As you can see behind me, have a little bit of a road walk back to the car. So it's been a good hike so far. We'll probably figure we're going to be about 4 3/4 of a mile total or so. We'll let you know once we get back to the car. The actual campgrounds here are really nice. They have, I'll show you here, bath houses, and there are several places with electric hookups to park campers and RVs if you want. I don't know if they have like primitive campsites here. I'd have to look on the website and see, but overall it's a really nice campsite. We've been in the restrooms here before, and they're really nice as well. So it's a pretty nice place to check out. Okay, there's the basketball court, and you see the road that goes up to the side. You can go up there and park next to the basketball court by that mound off in the distance, or tree. But we're parked there because the gates are closed to the campground. We're pushing about 4.9 miles today, so not bad again. Probably about 4.5 miles for the entire loop if you don't take the side excursions we did to see the waterfalls in the lake. You can do this in between 4.25–4.5 miles. A really nice hike. Not a bad day in the low 30s out here. So that's all for the Beech Hemlock and Lick Falls Loop here at Grayson Lake State Park in Carter County, Kentucky.
Grayson Lake State Park, located outside of Grayson, Kentucky, is a 1,500-acre reservoir in Carter and Elliott counties. Now, it was created by the United States Army Corps of Engineers in 1968 by impounding the Little Sandy River with the Grayson Dam, which is an earthen structure about 120 feet high. The lake is primarily known for its water sports like powerboats, skiing, tubing, fishing, and kayaking. However, the park has other activities to offer as well. There's a golf course, a large camping area for RVs and pull-behind campers, but perhaps one of the most underappreciated portions of the park is the Lick Falls and Beech Hemlock Loop Trail. Now, along this trail, there are stunning lake views, and assuming the area is not in the middle of a dry spell, there are multiple waterfalls to be seen. You might even run into a herd or bevy of deer along the way. And while hiking this moderately difficult trail, you will likely find numerous opportunities for photos and selfies. Now, whatever your motivation for hitting the trail, be it opportunities to encounter wildlife, or possibly seeing some interesting rock formations along the way. Perhaps you love the calming sounds of a waterfall, or the innocent beauty of nature, or just perhaps stunning lake views. Whatever the case, the Lick Falls and Beech Hemlock Loop may be perfect for you. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. And please, if you don't mind, give us that thumbs up. It really helps us out right here on the channel. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and on Facebook at Bushes on the Trail. And also, please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. That way you don't miss any of our other episodes as they come out right here at Bushes on the Trail.